And we are live. Welcome to The Contradiction with myself, Byron McDonald, and Lethea McCann. As I say each week, Facebook is a private-owned interface, so if you do get logged off, just hop back onto the page and you'll find a new link there. We're also multi-streaming on various platforms, so comment and
engage.
Hey, listen up. If you're lucky enough to fall in love with someone, try not to ruin it by Googling them. Okay.
The Contradiction with Lethea McCann and Byron McDonald.
Just to make sure you don't forget what we look like.
So as I say each week, The Contradiction is about bringing different viewpoints together and allowing you, the viewer, the opportunity to comment and engage and to share your viewpoint on the topic. So this week we have a special edition where it will just be Byron and I, and we do have some brilliant news for the viewers as we are now changing our relationship status.
Yeah,
So
you just wanted to
Byron-
do that. You just wanted to throw that out there.
Let's just put it on there. Let's just do that. There we go.
Lekker browns, no? Browns, even going out of focus, die diamond is te groot.
As it skyn net te veel. It's shining too much in the camera.
I don't joke. I'm
Kidding.
joking. Look there, even hello engaged couple. I don't know how we're going to get into this topic because we're not even going to get allowed to speak about this topic though.
Well, obsession versus love. I think this is a brilliant topic, especially for the current happenings that just happened yesterday. And it's important for us to get into this and to really distinguish the difference between obsession and love and whether love can turn into obsession. Byron?
You two are positively glowing. And yes, we are. That's why we can't even get to seriously into this topic because I know we're going to be thrown off guard. But thank you, Sharon, and thank you for everybody on the congratulations and all the stuff. We would like to thank everybody personally, but sometimes
Yes.
it's so difficult. But we know all the people that's been sending messages. We love to reply, and we are replying, and really it means a lot.
And thank you so much for everybody's support and for supporting us through this journey and for believing in us and having faith with us, because all the positivity that you guys are sending to us helped us through our journey as well.
Exactly.
So that is definitely something we are grateful for and that we appreciate. Our faith is strong, but it's even better when we get the support from all of you. And
Yeah, not much talking, but going straight into
Into the
what
topic.
we do. What we do best is obsession versus love. I'm going to throw her in a dark corner. I'm going to throw her in a dark corner because for hulle nou weer say Byron had verbal diarrhea and they start saying Byron talks too much. Jason, again, thank you so much. But we want your opinion on this thing that we're going to speak about now. Whoop, whoop. We got to change the contradiction picture now into new
the new
beginning.
beginning.
That sounds like near beginnings. Nice ring, bro. Good job. I
You
love that.
definitely did a good job, hey?
So yeah.
But I said yes though without even looking at the ring, because I forgot even about the ring when I said yes, and I immediately turned around and saw my sister was on the live. So that was something that was exciting, and just thanking my wonderful fiance for the manner in which he went about organizing this engagement. It means so much.
It
to me to
wasn't
have
just me. It was
all-
your mom was
Yes,
a lot with your mom. Your mom cancelled the flight.
Yes, that's
And-
one thing. So thank you to my mother. Thank you to all the family and the friends that made this day special, this moment memorable. And I'm definitely looking forward to the wedding. I don't know if I have a voice there, but we're gonna have to see when it comes to my mother and Biden's mother. So
Okay, so let's get into the topic because this is about growth content that we're learning and we're sharing value to people. And this is what we do. And straight into this, and I want you to answer that. Byron, you obsessed with Lethea.
ooh.
For you to answer. How do you feel about that one? You see?
Okay, so
This is a good learning curve.
yeah, it's actually good for us as well to really to ponder on what our relationship is like. I feel that when it comes to obsession, if we look at the definition of obsession or what obsession means in a relationship, I think that it is when you feel claustrophobic in a relationship. You feel like you're suffocating. You don't have the freedom to do what you want to do. And I think that when you love someone, love is being able to feel free in a relationship, which is definitely what we feel. I think I can vouch for Byron as well, because you wouldn't be proposing to me if you felt like you were suffocating. So we definitely give each other the freedom to be who we are, to be able to to be still our individual selves. So we still maintain our individuality, even though we are in a relationship. And I've learned so much about myself. I've learned to come out of my shell. He allows me to be me.
But that doesn't answer the question about
no.
obsession.
But I'm saying, what is the difference between obsession and between love? I mean, I can say from my personal experience how my previous relationship was. Honestly, I felt suffocated, and nothing bad against that partner at the time. But I think you also contribute to how that relationship will function, or to the dynamic of that relationship based on what you set. Because I do think that initially it can be love or infatuation, and based on the understanding that you as a couple have, it can become obsessive, or it can become a healthy form of love. Obsessive can be toxic because of how both of you choose to operate in that relationship, if you can understand what I'm saying.
I just want to go to, and I'm not teasing around with this question, because a lot of people like to say when someone's in love with someone, "Ooh, he's obsessed with her. Oh, he's gonna go mad." And I understand that, and I went through that lifestyle and through that way also. You see, the only time when you become obsessed with someone, I believe, this is my opinion, the only time when you become obsessed with someone is when you feel you have no worth. Is when you feel you're at your lowest point. So you grab onto something that you think you won't find again, or you won't find something better, or you won't find something that's compatible. You have to go through this thing. It's like losing a job, or losing someone that you love that died, even that bad. So for me, between obsession and love, I think it's a fine line. A fine line. I don't even know if I'm obsessed with her, So jokes aside, I feel, in my honest opinion, I feel I'm not obsessed with her, and these are the reasons why. The reasons why I'm not obsessed with her. Look, with the terminal cancer I'm going through, I ask a lot of bad questions. There was a point I asked her, "Don't you think it's better that the two of us break up? It's better that the two of us are not together, because what time do I have left to share with you? You're beautiful, you're young, you're educated, you've got all these things going for you, and especially in the world that we're living today, women are so obsessed, no pun intended, with this entitlement of self-love and being independent, if I may say so. So then you think, am I keeping her back? Am I being like a bloody anchor and keeping her back from her life? She then explained to me, "Aja, no mal. Are you mad?" Let me just translate. "Aja, no mal. How can you leave me at this time when I'm already deeply in love with you?" You see, I cried at that point, realizing that I love this woman so much. I am prepared to let her go, not because I don't love her, but because I am in love with her. And I'm finding out what is better for her. And this is the questions I ask her. We never speak about it, I don't think we mentioned this before.
No, we haven't.
So this is the thing that happened between, and again, I'm thanking all of you guys for the engagement wishes. So we'll go through it also. So happy for you guys, such a beautiful couple. The future awaits. Love your singing, Byron. Oh, I could try. Jason, let's change the topic: engagement versus love versus obsession. So I thank all of you guys, and hi to you, say Louise. Hi everyone, and thank you guys so much for the congratulations and all the stuff also. So yeah, let me just go into it again. Obsession versus love. And Sharon also has another tag: obsessed when the guy, lady watch every move you make. You're not allowed to speak or nor look at the other sex. Ooh. There's where it come in. I wanted to get touch on that now. So with her and I have no problem with her talking to other guys. I even wanted to talk to other guys because I want to know how she carries herself. Exactly. I wanted to feel comfortable around me when she talks to other guys. Not like you must stand in the kitchen when other women are standing there. No, that's not what she want to do. Why must I do that to her? Because I don't think I give you this feeling. When she's talking to guys, I don't think I give her the feeling like, look at her, stare from the corner. When your boyfriend sits in the corner, oh, you're not dope. And you're just sitting and saying hi to this guy, and this guy's having a conversation, and oh, you're not dope.
And then he blames you.
He blames you.
He blames you for another guy looking at you. I'm like, hey, I'm a beautiful woman. What do you expect?
So that is obsession in the end of the day. Here's a little story. We were at a cousin's birthday. This guy was following all night. He knew I'm with her whole night. Lethea's Brian and where she's busy, but I was tired. And I'm like, this guy's following you all night, and she's in her own buzz. in her own world. But he man stayed and his wife is sitting right there opposite him with a baby. But I was hunger after her, and I could see this. I was rather laughing. Reason why? Because I'm not obsessed with her and I have to trust her. And that's where you need to let obsession go. When you have obsession, it's hard to trust someone because you then take that person as a piece of your property. This was me in the past or so. It's because you, like again, it becomes 2 and 2. You and your partner play a role where you build a life together and you set certain rules. Then when the rules become so hard, you both can't play the game anymore together. Because as a partnership, you have to have this understanding, right? How you want your life, what's good for the two of you. So this was the move with the two of us. We've set rules in place. We talk about the weirdest stuff. We talk about polygamy. We talk with you guys about things because you have to. A lot of people are scared to talk about these things with each other. So I don't know if you want to say something. And again, Janine, thank you for the congratulations. I'm just take one more, but please come in with those things. And I know, Crystal, you understand what I'm saying.
I do have a question though. Do you think that love can turn into obsession because of your partner creating insecurities within you, which breaks you down over time? Because look, you can have that trust in a relationship, right? But over time, somebody can break you down to the point where you do feel worthless. And it's easier to say that, oh, if somebody doesn't treat you well, then you should just leave the relationship. But these things happen over time. It's not just instant. So do you think that a feeling of obsession could arise because of the next party?
But you can never start out loving someone. You know that.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But as the relationship progresses over time, it first starts with infatuation, and then
That's
it can
right.
develop. There's different stages in the
But us, it
relationship.
did not start with infatuation though.
Yeah, but in the normal terms, it first starts off with infatuation, where you, in two parties within a relationship, wants to spend all their time together because they want to get to know each other. So they don't really involve other people in the relationship at the beginning of the relationship. Once they feel that they can start trusting each other, they then open up the relationship to family and friends, where they start spending time with family and friends, I would suppose. This is how most relationships, with the stages that most relationships goes through. And then once that trust is built and that sense of comfortability, it then opens up to the larger environment. And then eventually, I guess, to the point where you can then go out on your girls' nights or boys' nights. I'm not too sure about that.
But
How
that's
do you
basically
feel?
what I said. You said the rules in place. Right? I want to go to Hailey's comment because it's a nice big comment because Hailey always gives us some good feedback. So for me, with the question you asked is quite vague in a sense because you answered it. You asked it, but you answered it at the same time.
First I explained the different stages that a relationship can go through. So then when you get to the point where you can now fully trust your partner and that you are comfortable and content with the type of understanding that you have created, you then become more open to involving more people in your relationship because you start trusting each other. But do you think that after gaining that trust and that type of love, that it can then turn into obsession at the later stage of the relationship?
Of course, but this is what I answered in the beginning. So just to make it clear, I wanted to speak directly to her and not that side. So like I answered in the beginning, that yes, you go through these stages, but it's what you do with your life also. As soon as you stop taking care of yourself during a relationship, this is where obsession creeps in. You start pushing yourself one side. And I tell people a lot of times, I'm not about the self-love obsession. I'm all about growing yourself. So you need to understand that when you're in love with someone, right? Or not when you're in love, when you're in a relationship, you need to give that breathing space. Not saying you go do your thing, go every night out, because a relationship is a touchy thing. There's emotions involved in the end of the day, as you would know. With us also, we talk about things. But this is where it comes in, guys. And to you also, sorry. This is where it comes in. That when you're in that relationship, there's a cycle that happens that when you start losing yourself and your partner sees that you're outshining and you forget that you're a partnership. And then you fall away and like, wow, she's growing or he's growing. What's happening? Now you start becoming envious towards your own partner. This is when envy grows obsession. Because why are you outgrowing me? You're supposed to grow with me. No. No one's supposed to grow with you. You're still supposed to look after yourself materialistically and all the other things. Just understanding-wise, love-wise, and being with each other. That's how you must grow together. And I don't know if that sounds clear enough. So this is where my answer comes in. This is why obsession will only arise when you let go of yourself. And when you let that attachment, there's the word, creep in. When you feel this is my property, this is my person, I'm with her. Even if you're married, that's not your person.
Exactly.
That is, if you're religious, that's God's person still. You just made a commitment to build a future and have a companion and say, yeah, in front of God, I'm putting my trust in this person. I'm putting my trust with myself and I'm building with this person. But I don't want to bubble too much. I want to give the opportunity to comments and to viewers also.
Yes.
So let's quickly go to Haley.
So Haley says, nothing wrong with obsession. After all, starting out, are we not all a little obsessed in a new relationship? I feel that as the relationship matures, it over time becomes love. There is healthy obsession and controlling obsession. There is healthy love and stifling love. There truly is a fine line that separates positive from negative.
Exactly. Exactly. Want to take
And then another comment.
I love that. I understand what you're saying, Byron. I like it when people comment that.
And then Shakira says, if you love someone, it should be about what makes the person happy. You must be able to let go. If the person's happiness doesn't count and you can't let go, then it's obsession. Exactly. I
love this one that we just spoke about, that I man follow your every move. And in English, that man follows your every move. You can't let go of you. Where you going? Like your statue, like your little tail is behind you. Where you going now tonight? What you doing tonight? What you doing now? How you now? It can happen. It happened to me also. You become so obsessed in your mind because you let go of yourself. Your body becomes weaker because you let go of yourself.
So then how do you actually move past that feeling of obsession or that thinking of continuous thinking of that person, especially within a relationship, because that definitely can break a relationship down. So first of all, how do you move past it while you're in a relationship? And then how do you move past it when you exit the relationship? Because obsession can also arise when you exit the relationship. And that is why some people take forever to actually get over someone once they break up or separate in any for any reason. So I know that there was one point in my experience where I felt like I was going crazy. I honestly felt like I was going crazy. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. And this is obsession. And to me, I felt I love this person. But I think that, like, as you said, I was so, I was broken down and I felt like I wasn't worthy of anything better. And how am I going to cope without this person in my life? Not knowing that I have the strength to get through it. So for a lot of people, it takes years before they can actually overcome a heartbreak.
And I hope we're not freezing too much on that side, because I know, please tell me if you can hear us, because I know the internet keep on dropping on the side. And the side of the world, there's klomp problems now and then. I don't know why. Trust me, I don't know why. Sometimes it just makes me angry. I want to pull out those cables.
So Byron, getting back to the question, before I explain how I've gotten through it as a man, because I know this can also be very difficult for a man and his ego when a relationship fails. So how did you get past your heartache when you went through that level of obsession?
Through my obsession.
Yeah. We were both there.
Luckily, I think because of I apologize for the technical difficulty. Normally, we don't have this technical difficulty. So if you can hear us, please say, because it's very important that you guys can hear us also. So from my side, you asked me a necessary question. Joking. So to get past any obsession, and again, I apologize for the technical difficulty. If your internet is not catching up with us, it's on our side. I don't know what's happening. So without saying that, I got over it in a sense where I was forced to get over it. So sometimes people are forced to get over the obsession with something in life. You know what I mean? And that's the honest truth. When you're obsessed with someone or something in life, like I spoke to your brother earlier, it is such a trap in your mind that you can't differentiate the difference between love and that obsession. And this is where that word attachment comes in again. So you become attached to that person, you know? So I'm just gonna switch over to the other side so we can get a clearer picture. So Lethea, I don't know how you want to answer that, or should we take another comment?
Well, for me, how I got through that was definitely self-inspection. So doing some self-reflection as to why do I feel this way? What is it about? What is it within me that makes me feel? Why do I feel unworthy? What happened in the relationship, and how do I move past it? I definitely had to learn to invest all that energy that I was investing, overthinking the relationship, why it ended, why the person did what they did to me. I needed to realize that I was not the reason. Everybody has a choice to make in this life. So getting over the heartbreak was working on myself on a continuous basis, surrounding myself with people that love me, with positive people, investing and also just investing time into improving my mental space through improving my physical activity as well. Because this, I think, for most people, it also, for me, it started with getting my
Yep.
Are we good?
We're good, yes.
Okay, perfect. So becoming obsessed, not obsessed, but becoming, investing my time and my energy into self-improvement and not into longing for something that isn't there anymore. Because obsession is when you want something that you obviously cannot have, or you're chasing something. And once you chase something, the chances are that it's going to run away from you. And when you invest all your energy into somebody else, or even if you're chasing money, if you're chasing wealth or material wealth. Okay, sorry. When you're chasing material wealth, chances are that you're not going to obtain it. So you need to be content with what you have, with whatever experience you're going through, and embrace every experience and understand that you are learning from it.
Exactly.
Even learning the difference between obsession and love. And this is what I say when it comes to our relationship. I know exactly what it is now to truly have a healthy relationship. I needed to go through that obsessed form of love in order to know what true, healthy, free love is right now.
That's right, yes.
And it's a process, and I've learned from it. I've grown from it, and I've gained a level of maturity now that that I'm grateful for. So thank you for the obsessed love. Doesn't mean I'm not obsessed with you. Like Hailey said, you get different forms of obsession. Obsession can arise because of a lack of self-confidence, of a lack of feeling unworthy within yourself. But when you can love somebody and still want to be with that person, but also being able to be free within your own space, mental space especially, that I think is the best form of love. And is the best form of obsession, healthy obsession, as Hailey said. But if we can just go through some of the comments.
Yeah, let's just pop it up, because I think we're freezing a lot. But again, if you can hear us loud and clear, that's the most important part. Like, net soos 'n gesig is 'n bietjie dopper, so as dit so freeze now and then. So where's the? There was a comment that Jason made also, and it's not the most profound comment, but it's a very good comment, I would say.
Are you guys obsessed with each other's bodies or personality? And elaborate more.
Good question. I'm obsessed with the body a little bit.
A little bit.
A lot. Anyway, but yeah, that's a good question. Are you obsessed with you guys' body and personality? And that is what attracts you to someone. Their personality, their strength, and all those things. Very good question. Are you obsessed with my personality and body?
I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with it. I enjoy it. I love it. And I embrace it as I embrace my own. So it's about, as a woman, when you're talking about bodies, you're embracing your sexuality. And this is what I had to learn to do over time. I was being also in a relationship where you feel claustrophobic, where you feel like you don't have freedom in that relationship.
Exactly.
You cannot, as a woman, confidently explore your sexuality because you have to wonder, what is my person going to think of me? So when you really have that freedom of love, and people probably don't understand this, especially men, I think women as well. Once you give your partner the freedom to just be themselves, you will be amazed as to what you can actually find and how you can explore yourselves in that relationship, because you're allowing each other to just be. without the fear of being judged. So I can come to Byron with the most weirdest thoughts and I can express it to him, and he can and I can know that he will receive it with an open mind, and he can feel the same when it comes to me. So even in 10 years' time, God forbid, I don't know where our mental space will be, but as we always say, we choose to love each other every single day. But for hypothetically speaking, in 10 years or 20 years' time, he might one day think of wanting to be with another woman in a sexual manner. Hopefully
Hopefully
that doesn't happen.
She's already opened the door. She's opened the doors. Nou dink gay, sy gee my al nog 'n vrou. Ja,
I need to be open-minded to receive that thought. So if he's thinking about it, I need to be open-minded enough to say, you know what, this man loves me. We've spent so much time together, and I need to give him that freedom to be able to express himself, to me. Doesn't mean I'm going to say go ahead and do it, but be able
I thought that was the open door there. Guys, she just opened the door for me and then she closed it at the same time.
But we have to be strong enough to be able to be open-minded to the challenges that this world will throw our way within a relationship. Because life doesn't just throw curveballs at you in life. Life throws curveballs at your relationship.
Exactly.
And how strong are you to receive it with an open mind? And I feel that once you've made the decision that this is my person, this is who I'm going to love, this is who I'm going to go through life with, this is who I'm going to build with, and then you. When you can have that trust that this person trusts me and I trust them, then you definitely can be free to express any thoughts and emotions that you have. So that for me is love.
Wow.
That is love. Obsession, on the other hand, doesn't give room for healthy love, for healthy expression,
Ladies,
for you to really be yourself.
Ladies, I want that answer. What gaan jy say if your man comes to you? What are you going to say if your man comes to you and say, I want a stukkie from another woman? Please drop that in the comment.
Or if your wife or your partner should one day say, I've been having thoughts of being with another man. Because this is the thing, we're human. We love mystery.
And that's the thing. That's the thing, Jason. That's what goes to that question where you said, are you obsessed with each other's bodies or personality? And elaborate. Because you get emotional cheating and then you get sexual cheating in life. But there's people that's in polygamy relationships. There's people
and if you look at the whole situation where South Africa, the new law will pass where women
don't talk about that now.
No, I'm just saying we will probably have this topic where women can have more than one husband. We have the law where men, different cultures and different religion, where a man can have more than one wife. And now it's been a law that will be passing that a woman can now marry more than one husband. So times are changing. People's perspectives are changing. And it's moving into a very, very vast direction. So that's where we need to really broaden our perspective of what life is and how life is going to unfold.
Exactly.
So are you strong enough to be open-minded to that, to those ideas?
Exactly.
Sharon Mitchell says, obsession is not a good thing in a relationship. And Colleen Stafford says, it could very well arise, but I think that it will only develop if someone has insecurities about himself or herself. So Sharon says, Byron Wachman, ek weet, jy is excited. Jy hou van visvang.
Jy jou vis gevang. I caught you already. So I caught my fish already. That's what she's saying. She's agreeing with me, not with you. That was the early when I was speaking. I'm joking, man.
But I was saying hypothetically, no?
Hypothetically. Everything when you don't want to answer something straight out, you say hypothetically. You really said yes.
So
it's on live.
Jade Engelbrecht says, don't you think obsession stems from a lack of awareness or self-esteem?
That's exactly.
Underlined insecurities, perhaps.
That's exactly what I said earlier. It creeps in when you don't look after yourself during a relationship. If we only speak about love relationship, it's almost like certain parents that's obsessed with their kids. Let's talk about that part. You get moms that's obsessed with their sons. And now kan die kind nie in 'n goeie relationship kom nie. You can't get into a good relationship. Reason being, because mommy thinks every girl is not good for him. Every girl can't fit his. So now sit Mikey in-house, 40 years old, without a girlfriend, because mommy finds every woman to be a bitch, you know?
Because mommy thinks that she's the best woman that he will ever have in his life.
Exactly. Oh, she's not like me. Oh, she doesn't cook. Oh, she doesn't brush her hair properly. Oh, she's staring at me. that's honest truth. It happens. I won't say I'm just gonna talk about the experience as a guy. My mom is not like that. My mom actually takes the female spot. She will know that my brother and I get hit on a lot when it comes to in-laws. She looks after the woman because she's a woman herself, and I think she probably felt the brunt of it when she was my dad or whatever. I don't know. Don't gooi the laundry on here. Anyway, but when it comes to that, I had friends of mine that was in relationships, and then their mother, and I'm gonna say, don't moms out there, don't be offended now. Don't be offended. And then their mama comes in and says, but yeah, Elroy, how can you be with that girl? You saw how she speaks to me. She doesn't even wash a cup up when she puts it in the zinc. She just threw water in it. How can you be with someone like that? Little things.
Or she comes to you and she doesn't even make up your bed. Jy moet nou sy kooi opmaak.
So these are another type of obsession that leads and trickles over into the next relationship. And it especially happens to the ladies that have sons that's been with monster-in-law, as you would like to say. Why? That's another question. Why do you think women become obsessed that's been mistreated by mother-in-laws, but as soon as they have a son, they adapt that same manners? Not with everybody, but it does happen.
I think that there's different reasons as to why mothers become obsessed with their sons. I think that one reason could be that they are not getting the emotional attention from their husbands that they ought to get. So now they seek it from the son.
I ran away.
Or it could be single mothers that depends on their son for their emotional and also financial support. So there's plenty of reasons, but I mainly think it's the emotional and also financial support that they get from their son, and they expect that the son needs to play the role of the husband. And never mind.
What did you say? In my experience. Don't say it. Leave it. Past is the past. So say, from my experience. You must have other boyfriends also. Come on, let's go. You're school. You already started. Well, let's just
say when I met him and I got to know his mom, I realized that it was not healthy.
Whatever happened to you.
Whatever I experienced was definitely not healthy.
So let's go through a couple of comments. Jason says, I'm obsessed with my wife, but to a certain extent, I must be obsessed with her because there is many sexy fish in this ocean.
Which fish are you, Jason?
Bloody Jason. He gives and his wife understands him.
Absolutely agree with you. But here's the thing though. Sometimes one party in a relationship feels that their partner is not reciprocating the same type of love that they are expressing. So sometimes they would feel that they love their partner more than what their partner loves them. And that can also be the reason why obsession does creep into a relationship. And going back to Jason's comment, many women love to feel that their husbands or their boyfriends wants to spend their time with them at the beginning of a relationship. So now that is exactly what a man is going to show you. I want to spend time with you. I want to be there for you, even a woman. And then further, as the relationship progresses, that now starts becoming a problem because now the woman feels suffocated or she feels that she needs a space. Exactly. And now the man cannot understand, but now what's going on now?
Exactly.
Where is this coming from?
Exactly. And that's a fine line. That's what I just said. There's a fine line between, but I just want to go, before I go to Jason's comment, something related to what we just spoke about. So Samuel says, sometimes moms just want to be the best for their sons. And it comes out the wrong way. You see, they use those words. Samuel, I think your son or your mom, I don't know. So sometimes it comes out the wrong way. Did you hear that? It comes out the wrong way. Because it should not come out anyway. If there's if you know it's going to cause conflict in that relationship, you must find time and space, like in your own relationship. You must find a time to speak about something. Imagine if your partner is maybe you insecure, right? This happens to us. Don't worry, sort of experience. We all experience it. Your partner's, you have a suspicion he is cheating. Now you can't wait to attack this person because you just saw a message on their phone. Kyle or Bronwyn just popped up a message and say, hey love, see you tomorrow. Niks by it. Now your partner's laying. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You can't work. Your partner's laying. You can't sleep. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You can't wait 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, you fuck, wake up.
No, you don't even wake him up like that. You smack him awake.
Yeah, you're cheating on me. You fucking cheating. That's obsession. You see?
Ooh.
Bad timing. How do you consult with someone that's at ease, even if they're cheating?
Terrible
Remember, there's no conscience with them. They at peace.
Exactly.
They at peace. They sleeping here. They like a malvark. And maybe you're right. You are spot on. You are 100% right. They're cheating. They beating you and all this stuff. But like, you're so malvarky. You don't look like a mad person. Like, hey, you fucker, you cheating on me. 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, but Byron, that is what insecurity does to you.
Exactly.
That is what years of breakdown does to you. And you start feeling, as you said, you start feeling worthless. And you know that if you feel that way and you are behaving in that way, then that is not healthy for you. Then you need to ask yourself, is this relationship good for me? Because to really be obsessed with somebody in that way, it's mentally draining. And I mean, I've been there and I needed to move out of it. I needed to leave that relationship to understand that this is not healthy, first of all, and this is not a relationship that I can grow in. This is going to mentally drain me every single day. So I needed to move out of it. And even with us at the beginning of the relationship, there was a point, because of course, when you enter into a relationship, I still had guy friends that I was chatting to. He still had girls that he was chatting to. So of course, because of your previous experience, where there was this loyalty, you carry some sort of insecurity along with you into the new relationship. But of course, it's up to you how you're going to handle that and how you're going to move through that.
Exactly.
So there was one point at the beginning of the relationship where I took his phone and he went into the bathroom and I started going through the messages and so forth. And you know, that feeling where your heart is pumping and you're like, flip, when is he coming out? When is he coming out? And in that moment, I said to myself, Lethea, what are you doing? You know that this is not the type of feeling that you want to have in your relationship. Imagine every week you now want to go check up on his phone now, wondering what is he up to. It is freaking mentally draining. This is not the type of relationship you want. And this is what I vowed to myself is that I want to be open, I want to be honest, and I want my partner to be the same. I don't want to sit there wondering who's messaging him, where is he going, what is he doing, because then that is not a healthy relationship. And I'm not being healthy in that relationship, and I'm not giving my partner the fair chance to really gain my trust. So in that moment, that was my aha moment. And I said, you know what? This is going to be the last time I'm going to snoop through his phone. I need to give him a fair shot. I need to give him a fair chance. And I need to move through my own insecurity.
Exactly.
So obsession is not always because of the next person causing insecurity within you. It is you having insecurity within yourself that causes you to obsess over something or over somebody.
Exactly.
And what I needed to learn, and I said to him, I said, you know what? I'm at the stage in my life where if you don't want to be with me and you choose tomorrow to cheat or you choose tomorrow to walk away, that's on you, honey. I understand what I can bring into a relationship. I know who I am. I know my worth. So if you want to walk away, if you want to do whatever you need to do, you have the freedom of doing that. I'll walk away and I'll say, bye-bye. I've given you my loyalty. You haven't given that in return, and somebody else deserves it then.
Let's take a couple more comments.
So Hailey says, yes, Lethea, I agree. Obsession can develop when the person who needs to be in control of the relationship feels their control is slipping. And with it, their confidence too. The dynamic changes. The one who was in control feels that they are at risk of losing their partner. And so they start to obsess over every movement that partner makes. Nothing more of putting trust, if trust is broken, or if one feels that they cannot be themselves around their partner, a destructive cycle which generally ends.
Wow. And
100%.
then Colleen says there is such a thin line between the two, though. It's true. There is. Let's just take 3 more.
And then Jade says, I agree. Laugh out loud. Pull yourself towards yourself. Set goals for yourself, kind of like getting back on track. 100%.
Keep going. And Sharon goes on, keep going. Let's say Anja.
So Andre says, being free like your dancing session that Byron recorded of you last week. Lekker Jay, break it down like guava juice. You just want to advertise me, Byron.
Of course.
Then Paulson says, super agree, Lethea. The trust and feeling free to one another.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. Let's take one more and then we can go to the other ones.
So Samuel says, obviously, when your girl needs something from another person, you're going to feel like you're not enough. That depends what your girl needs from that person.
There's where I wanted to come in now. You actually touched on something I wanted to say. Why would your girl need something from another person? You see, let me just answer. You see, vroumense wil te gou antwoord. Hulle wil hele plek wag hier. I'm joking. Hulle ek aan. I just now get attacked quickly. But you see, this is the difference. You as a man, even myself, sometimes that's why I say a relationship takes two. Why does your partner need to rely on someone else for something? Yes, you can maybe financially struggle or something, then you can reach out to the how can I say database you have, the people you have around you. But why do your partner seek something from someone else? But I'll tell you why. And this might not go down well. It's because that words I said earlier, you let go of yourself. You lose control of yourself and you lack value in yourself. It's nothing to do with your partner. Now you push these things onto your partner. Say now you lose your job, your health is down, something is, a lot of bad things happen around you. Now you carry it so badly, you don't carry it strong enough and say, oh baby, I am feeling sick. Oh baby, I lost my job. I'm never going to find a job ever again. I don't know how to work. Instead of sitting there and saying, tough times are tough, but we'll get through this. I don't know when it's going to come, but I know as soon as possible. A positive approach makes a bigger difference in the mindset. If you push insecurity in the next person, like so use it as a workplace example. Imagine you go to your manager the whole time. I can't finish this task. You've given it to me because I'm employed. I know to do this job, but I can't finish this one. Every week, you come with the same thing. I can't finish this task. It's too difficult. It's too difficult. It will never. But you don't find solutions, and you don't even show that push or that drive to try. That's when you push your person away, because you're bringing so much bad energy. You're draining that person's look. You're draining that person's value. Now you start becoming obsessed with that person because you see that person's glowing. So what do? You hold on. It's like, no, this is mine. This is mine. You're not going to go, I treated you well. I do well for you. I do everything for you. I am yours. That's what obsession is. And we all done it. I have done it. You've probably done it because you become in love with that person. No, you become attached to that person. No matter if that person is the worst person in the world, a narcissist, you must find that strength and that character to understand that this is not the last person. I'm sorry to say that, and you understand that. But this person chooses to be with me. And I choose to be with this person. But as soon as this person steps out of line and show continuous bad patterns that I don't like, then you, not that person, must make a decision, because you've given that person time and time again, knowing how you feel. That's just where openness comes in. Lethea, I don't like it when you do this. Lethea, I don't like it when you do that. Lethea, I don't like it when you do that. When I leave Lethea, or Lethea leaves me, she should know why I leave her. And I should know why I leave it. I don't need to come speak about it again. Because you know what you've done wrong. You know, unless you don't respect that person because you're not listening to that person. You just think, I'm comfortable. She would never leave. He would never leave. And then your obsession kicks in. Then you think you're the good person. But you both got a role to play in it. There's no one that's good or bad in a relationship. You control your own life. You control your own way out of this life. So you need to understand in the end of the day, and I tell a lot of people that I have sessions with when I do motivational speaking and stuff like that, when I have one-on-one sessions, I tell them it's your life. It's your purpose. It's your way of living in this world. Like she also, when she speaks to people, you need to take control of it. It's hard. We talk about it now. We've been through it. There was a time I did not know how to let go. I had to pray on how to let go.
Yep.
That's how difficult I know it is. So this is my differentiation between obsession. And I don't know if you want to go through a couple of comments
Let's
as
just
we
go
get
through the
closer.
comment where Sharon says, I have a friend that has that thing. It's okay to chat to other females while we're in each other's company, but in a sly way. That's why I'll never go in a relationship with them. I agree. And even just to touch on that comment, I feel that when you're in a social gathering, and I think this is why a lot of couples struggle, is because they don't allow themselves the freedom to socialize within a social gathering because they are afraid of competition. there's always going to be competition, if you want to call it that way. Not necessarily competition, other other options.
Oh, wait, there's too many options nowadays.
There will always be options, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be people that you are face to face with. It's people on the internet, people on Facebook, Instagram, social media. There are so many options, but you need to be able to be yourself with that person when you're alone, and the same way when you are in a company. So when I go out on a girls' night or whatever, then I need to be able to conduct myself in the same manner that I would conduct myself when I'm with my partner.
That's it.
So now my partner is going to make me feel like claustrophobic and suffocated. So now I'm going to be so afraid, I can't talk, I cannot speak to this guy, I cannot speak to that guy, because my partner is going to think that I'm flirting or I'm cheating or I have intentions. But now when I'm not with my partner, I'm much more open and I'm myself and I'm more friendly. That shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't be two different people when you're alone and when you're not, and when you're with your partner.
I love that.
So let's just go to some more of the comments, because I think we're almost coming to the end of the show. Didn't you guys have a topic like this a while ago? Monogamy or polygamy? It depends how open-minded both persons are. I'm still old school. 2 in a relationship only. No sharing, please.
Oh, but that's up to you.
Yes.
This is where it comes in. She's just answered it earlier. We speak about it, but you must give your partner that freedom to come to you. You see, we change each day. We don't know how we feel tomorrow. And yes, being old school is nothing wrong with it, but the choice should be yours. You mustn't say, yeah, this bastard left me because I'm not allowing him to sleep with someone else. No, you guys made a choice. He didn't leave you, made a choice. And you can't say, I left him. You can say, okay, there was a mutual agreement that this relationship can't go on anymore because we don't find the same things that we agree with. And I don't agree with his certain way of life. That's it. You can't say he was a bastard, he left me. Some people love cheating. Some people like sleeping around and stuff. And don't let me say those things. But unfortunately, some people accept it.
Yeah. And I think that we can all fall victim of temptation. We can all fall victim of temptation. Just remember that. It can happen to anybody. And that is why you need to be open-minded to that possibility. Because it could be something innocent. You might have met, it might be somebody you meet in the coffee shop or downstairs from where you work. So now every morning you're going to go get yourself a coffee and you're going to converse with this person. And this person is going to ask you, how are you doing? And so you just get to know the person for 10 minutes every day when you go get your coffee. That is how a relationship can progress as well. And then soon, before you know it, you've started building an emotional relationship, which can then turn into a physical relationship. And just remember, cheating is not only physical, cheating is also emotional. So that could happen even at work. It could happen in any space. It could happen when your relationship is going through the worst challenge ever, and now you're gaining some sort of emotional comfort from somebody else, which shouldn't happen, but it does in many relationships. So how do you really navigate through that? It is being able to be open and free to say, listen, coming to your partner and being able to say, this is what's happening. These are the thoughts that I'm having. It's not that I want to do it, but I'm thinking about it. What are we going to do about it? That's how I feel you can navigate through those challenges, because you are a human being. Everybody can fall victim to temptation. Even the most respectful goody two shoes person ever.
Goody two shoes person. I love this one. Maybe we can end off with the last
Sharon
couple of
says,
comments.
I have a friend that has that. Okay, we said that already.
Did we do the slide?
This one. In a healthy relationship, we should encourage and celebrate each other's growth. When one is weak, the other should be strong. We all have chapters where our confidence might be a bit low. Weight gain, job loss, etc. And it is great when the relationship is healthy enough to survive life's challenges. Perhaps another form of obsession is with having a perfect relationship, which simply doesn't exist. Love is imperfect and messy, but beautiful. Obsession driven by jealousy is unhealthy. And ultimately,
ultimately, that question is gone now.
Yes. So
where were you ultimately? That could be, yeah. But it's too small for Lethea's eyes.
Yes, because we will have to probably go onto the phone. But I love Hayley's comment as to what she says, that if we can just pop that up again. When one is weak, the other should be strong. We all, the other should be strong. We all have chapters where our confidence might be a bit low. And I think that when we speak about our own relationship, a relationship itself is challenging, but now to be also to be faced with all those external factors can also add more pressure on the relationship. But that's where I 100% agree with Hailey's comment that when one is weak, the other needs to be strong, and we constantly need to reassure each other, you're the one I love, you're the one that I want to spend my life with, you're the one that I trust and that I'm here to support.
I know, don't worry.
And vice versa. We both need to continuously give each other that, allow each other to assure ourselves and to assure each other.
Exactly.
But we have actually come close to the end of the show, so there's just a few more comments that I would like to take before we
Well, don't you want to do a closing comment?
just hold on. Let's just go through a few more comments.
But it's okay. We can end the show later because I don't think the quality of the show is good enough to put on TV. So we do try to keep a standard up.
Of course.
So we apologize for the interference with the technical difficulty. That's what happens. So if you were privileged enough to watch the show, this is not going to be repeated on national TV because we take pride in our work and what we do. So we'll probably watch a repeat next week. So with that said, we're going to end of the show with a couple of comments. And if you have a couple more comments, we will then get it at the end. We have no rush. And we would just like to thank maybe at the end or leave you with something. I'm putting her under pressure. I did not tell her anything.
So let's just go to one of the comments. Correct, Byron. It's in the partner to work on him or herself, not to allow herself or him to seek somewhere else. And there, the love comes in. The obsession plays a big role, and they because of insecurities. Andre says, pray about your own insecurities. Pray about your jealousy. Pray about your triggers. Pray about your quick temper. Oh my word, Andre, you are hitting the nail on the head. Pray about your rudeness and attitude. Ooh, we all have constant work within ourselves.
Exactly.
More than what we try to correct the next person. Wow. That he just hit home to me there. Wow.
Go down the others.
And then you nailed it. The partner allows the obsession to take place.
Yes, I nailed it.
Sharon says, Byron and Lethea, in today's world, it's okay to have more than one male or female. God has never ordained this. And then Samuel says, open converse can be hard for Gen Z.
Oh my word. Well done.
Which
well
is why I feel it's important to watch shows like this in order to learn healthy relationship skills.
Wow. Well done. If you're Gen Z and coming with that comment, you are accepting that it's hard for people that have not experienced even these COVID babies, I call them.
And then Jason says, before you go, I want to see a retake on Byron on one new asking for Lethea hand in marriage.
She will go get the ring box, then she can show you guys if she wants to.
Should I?
It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. Go get it. Anyway, let me keep them busy.
Okay. You really want to see the proposal? Go watch the video.
Okay. So she wants to now do the ring box. You want me to propose to her again? Yeah, no, it's gonna be bad luck. But before we go, seriously, just want to thank all of you guys, all of you that's supporting us through our journey. And Lethea will brag with her ring, put it in the box, and say, I said yes, or whatever. But the topic we had today was really, really something that meant a lot to the both of us, I think. Something that we had to chat about because I'm obsessed with this woman, man. I'm joking. I'm in love with her. I'm really in love with her. So this is, again, you don't take a ring off a woman's. This is hers, ladies. Manit Chalus Haraki. This is hers.
It's called Queen of Hearts.
Wait. Let that signal come back first.
And you can see the heart over there. So there's actually...
So there's signal. Signal coming back a little bit. Diamond is shining too bright, man.
And then so over there, it's a heart. We're there. So it's called Queen of My Heart.
Because she's my Queen of Heart. Lethea, you are married to me, man. She's crying again. How the hell can you cry when you're already proposed to, man? But with that said, I'm not gonna elongate this thing. Thank you for saying it's an awesome topic. And what I said, I was gonna say, hi-yo. Congrats, you guys. We just did it because it's right. I was gonna propose to her on the show at some point, but the mom made it very special and canceled the flight to America. She She's probably in trouble with her work. I don't know. I'm joking. She did not cancel it. It's late stuff that happened also with the visa and stuff.
And COVID.
But she wanted
tests.
to COVID test and all those things. So with that said, also we really appreciate you.
Mm.
I know to a lot of people we're touching, even if it's one person, this is the value we want to bring. It takes a lot of time out of us. It takes a lot of time out of us speaking to people each day. And yeah, I'm not going to edit this video for CTV.
And a lot of PR
at
work
PR.
to gain the best guest host for you and to keep you entertained and educated as well. And to bring variety to the show.
Exactly.
Which is what we aim to do. To educate, to bring variety, and to entertain.
And we're going to invite 10 guests to our wedding because we are being attacked because I have a big family. She just found out she has a hell of a family. And so we're going to invite 10 guests, we said, to our show. So please stay engaged because we want to share and make you believe in love. I know people's going to say, I don't know, even going to make it to that time. Trust me.
Yes, definitely.
Tough guy. I'm a really hard cookie.
This is actually, sorry, Byron, to break your word. This is actually something I mentioned to him. I said, you know what? When you had your stoma in 2009, you had the stoma reversed. And the doctor said to him, because the doctor said first 6 months, that was in 2018, August. Then after 6 months, the doctors gave him another 6 months. And then he said to the doctor, I want to have my stoma reversed because I would want quality of life over quantity of life. I want to be able to swim in the ocean and to swim in the pool with my daughter at the end of December. And the doctor did not recommend this at all. And he pushed, eventually changing his oncologist because his oncologist wasn't fighting with him. Oncologist actually wanted to stop chemo and just let him live whatever years he have left, according to the doctors. He managed to get the operation approved, and the doctor said to him, well, this is going to take about 2 months off from your life. And then he said, you know what? What's 2 months? It's about the quality of my life that I want to live.
Exactly.
And I mean, now he made it past 2 Decembers already. 2 summers. We're going on for the 4th summer. So 2018.
One thing.
2019, 2020, and now we're going into
August. It will be 3 years living with stage 4 terminal cancer.
Yep.
So we're gonna reach that milestone. I'm gonna reach that milestone.
We're still gonna go on a honeymoon. We're still gonna, travel overseas for our beautiful honeymoon. So we are looking forward to our journey together. And thank you so much to all of you that are supporting us, and that's also praying and bringing positivity and exuding positivity onto our lives. We appreciate it so much, and we value it. And this is why we love doing what we are doing. To share our story so that, as Byron said, so that you can believe in love as much as we do.
And Anja said something here. And there's a saying in Afrikaans, onkruid vergaan nie, gou nie. Sorry for the spelling. That means your type doesn't easily crumble, Byron. Oh, thank you. Means a lot. And you guys are beautiful, saying we're a beautiful couple. I don't know. Do you want to leave something, or do you the last piece, and then I'll say something after you because you want to make me cry.
What Andre asked there, what did Lethea think that the special occasion was for yesterday? I missed that part, a farewell or something.
It was a farewell for her mom.
Yeah, so my mom, I thought that because my mom was leaving on the Wednesday, and she said no, she wants to have a farewell with the whole family. So I thought, okay, she said she wants a black tie event and she wants to have a farewell for the family, so let's do it. Let's go all out. And I was so impressed with everybody that dressed up, and they looked fabulous. Everybody looked like James Bond, 007. So,
and a big shout out to one guy that commented also here, Jason, and the people that help. I mean, like your mom and to family. We really love you, and you guys put a lot of good energy in our life. So, Lethea, it's our audience. You need to leave something before we go. Pressure.
I'm always leaving something.
That. No, I'll do something after you. You want to sit alone?
No, we are side by side. So I just let me actually go to a comment and laat ek het met dit afsluit. But God was in control, and thank God for you being able to teaching us and getting married soon. And this is what I want to say. How can you reject something that is ordained by God? Our relationship wasn't just something that it's something that happened naturally. We never forced it. And despite what any religious people might want to tell me or Byron or anything about two religions coming together, that is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be about love, peace, and unity. And that is what we need to understand. That our faith, our race, or our creed should not determine who we're going to marry. I think that all of the book of guidance preaches the same thing: peace, love, unity, and pure intentions and a clean mind. So if that is what I'm gaining from this man, despite his religion, despite his creed or his race, we both same
No,
race.
I'm darker
anyways.
now, so yeah, I used to be a nice light boy,
Despite his
like
background,
and
despite
have
his
spikes.
despite his health, despite everything, if what he's bringing to my life is nothing but good in this moment, then that is all that I will celebrate. And I think that we are too obsessed with what the future holds, and we feel that we are not strong enough to handle what lies ahead. And this is something I actually said to my mother in the car. I said, you know what, Mom, throughout my life, whatever adversity that I've been through, and it's not just an adversity of a relationship that I've faced throughout my life. I think that the reason why I am who I am today is because from a young age, I had to go through so many things that groomed me for the next level. Everything in my life happens for a reason. It teaches me things within myself that I never knew existed. And I believe through my faith that my Creator and my Almighty will place people in my life in the right moment and in the right time when I need them. Byron entered my life and I entered his life in the moment and in the time that we needed each other.
Oh, wow.
And we are celebrating each other each and every day. And God forbid anything happens to me, or God forbid anything happens to him. I believe that my Creator, our Creator, will place people and support structures in our lives for that time and to help us grow and to help us progress in this life. Because that is what life is about. It's not about your material gain. It's about your emotional, mental, and spiritual growth.
Oh wow.
That you need to, you need to, what's the word I'm looking for?
You need to get into yourself. I don't
You
know
need to obtain. That's what I'm
I don't
looking
know
for.
if you want to answer that one quickly before I speak.
Byron, for how long were you hiding the ring already, waiting for the perfect moment?
Give them the
How
story
long?
of the ring. Give them the story quickly before I speak.
Are you sure you want me to give them
Just
the
give
real
them the
story?
story. No, not the full story.
No, I will give them a full story. You know, I'm very
No,
transparent.
give them when you saw the ring and julle kan nie alles weet nie. Hulle is verbarig. Give them the story of when you saw the ring and what you thought, and you thought, ach, die gaan nooit gebeur nie. Because I said I'm out of budget.
No. Okay, so when we went to we went to go fit on rings because we were talking about this, and this specific ring is where I went to go fit on, and I looked at the price and I said like, nah, not possible. Sorry, nah. It's just nice to fit it on though. Ugh, it looks so nice, and I admired it. And then I said, hey, let's go to that other jewelry store, man. What's that other jewelry store?
Jack Friedman.
Jack Friedman.
Don't down them. Don't be an ass.
Let's go to that other jewelry store. There was nice rings at a reasonable price, about 35, whatever. It was reasonable, and plus, they saved 40 grand, and they give you like that 30% discount and whatever. So that would be reasonable. Yeah. I think. I hope. And then we went again, and he said, "Hey, let's just go into Browns again. Let's just go see the rings." And he showed me the ring again, and I looked at the price of it, and I was like, "It looks nice. It looks nice, but that's all I'm gonna say."
I'm not gonna wear such an expensive thing.
Walked out, and to my surprise, when he gave me the ring,
it was the one you wanted.
That's why I never thought that he will be that he's going to propose, because he was skitting me all this kata about financial stuff, and it's probably going to be in the next few months. He's going to save up and etc. And yeah, to my surprise, it happened sooner than I expected.
No, because you value. I don't find no value in diamonds, ladies. You understand that there's no value in it. She knows that, but there's value in the person. So there's no amount. If I feel like I can get it insured, yes, she's gonna get it insured. I'm giving her the insurance certificate. So it was no value attached to it for me. But she fell in love with it. So I had to equalize her value to loving something that she wants, because I love her. So I want to reach the things that she wants. Of course, I'm not crazy enough to go gooi myself in debt and stuff like that. But sometimes you could be a little bit cuckoo if you love someone.
Obsession?
It's obsession. So
because I was thinking, no, he has medical bills, etc. Yeah, I was very understanding to the situation, and I said to him, don't worry about it, man. Just I want to marry you, and the ring is nothing. It's a sign or a what's the word, a sign of our love and our union, but it doesn't mean everything to me. That's not why I'm gonna marry. I'm not gonna marry you for the
Wait,
ring.
man, a little bit of something before I also speak again. I just want her to speak, man. I love her stories leading up to this. She even had a nightmare that I'm giving her a key ring, and then she's like, "It is fine, Byron. Yes, I have accept the key ring. I love you."
That was, yeah, I had a dream, that early morning dreams, that Byron gave me a key ring. I can't even remember how the dream started then, but then he gave me a key ring. He proposed me in a key ring, and I accepted it. And then he asked me, "How do you really feel about it in the dream?" And I said, "You know what? It's okay. I accepted." Then he got upset because I wasn't 100% satisfied with it. He took it and he threw it on the floor, and then he walked away.
And
That was my dream.
And that was a nightmare. You're like, "Yeah, I could have just said the key ring. I love it." You see the value. There's no value you can attach to that. But talking about value, find value in yourself. That's one thing I want to speak about. I did not even know what I want to speak about. That's why I like elongating stuff, so I can find something to speak about. But that's a good point to come from. Find value in yourself. You see, sometimes we lose our own value. I've done it. I'm not in this space because I've always known my worth, because I always known what I'm worth. I've always been a positive guy. I've always had a great outlook to life. But sometimes you can go into deep depression, even being smiley and positive. I call it the Robin Williams effect. But you need to remember, in the end of the day, that you come into this world alone and you leave this world alone. That's one thing you mustn't let go. And I don't want to get too dark. This life does end. If you believe in the afterlife or not an afterlife, but appreciate what you have now. I promise you, I chased money all my life. There's people out there that can tell you, I'm a hard worker. I know how to make money, but I've learned something. Money you can lose just like that, and you can make it just like that. So we sometimes look at life because of our obsession. We build obsession around our materialistic things, our car, our house, a lot of materialistic things. What gives us most headaches is when a partner doesn't have enough money, or a partner has too much money, or when we don't have things that we can't reach, or we find envy in someone else. This is where you become envious, and then you start becoming obsessed with the things that you have that you're scared of losing. And I love Sharon's comment earlier. She said, don't mistake the difference between jealousy and obsession. You see, all these things play a role to getting to that obsession part. Jealousy plays a role, I believe. Attachment plays a role. All these things play a role. But what I want to say is, and I hope I can say it on the show, like I speak to audience that I speak to, put God first. This is my opinion. No matter if you don't believe or you do believe, put God at the center of everything you do. Don't forget. Don't just go and ask for something. You know, if you're kind and you appreciate life, it's beautiful. It scientifically proves that if you're kind, if you smile, if you're happy, your immune system boosts. Do you think I'm still alive because I've been sad? I've been unhappy? No, it's because she brought positivity and I kept her. I made a choice to keep her and she made a choice to be with me. I'm keeping all the things that's positive to me, and negativity falls off just like that. When you are positive, when you have a great outlook in life, you don't lose people. People lose you. You hear these quotes. And it's so true. It hits so true. We've lost people. We've lost friends. Despite my cancer, people still become envious. People still look at you and think, I will not kwaai wees. Sy wil not kwaai wees. Because they have not settled their own mind. And like Sharon is saying, stay humble. That is so true. And this is what I believe. People might say, Byron says, no, altyd hy oud soos sy gewees het. No, I'm actually that guy with growth in my mind. So when you hear me spit words out of my mouth, it's all of my life experiences. I don't read up what I'm going to say. I feel what I'm going to say because I take out of my own experience. I can't take out of a book and teach you what I've not been through. So whatever comes out of my mouth, and I would love you to do it when you speak to someone, it's not something you heard from Steve Harvey, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, because that's their life. Teach people what's your life. And learn from everybody in life. So if I may say it, and Lethea can speak afterwards again, because we don't have a timing to the show. We can end it when we want to now. Never lose your kind hearts. Love every day and put God first. because that way you would have a beautiful life. Because I am having, no matter if I die tomorrow, if I die tonight, sounds hard, but we need to speak about these things because that is understanding of let go and acceptance. I love you, man.
Let go and
Accept.
acceptance.
Exactly.
100%. And just to touch on that, I think that, I believe that what most people struggle with is to understand that nothing in this life is absolute. Nothing in this life is a guarantee. Once you can learn to accept that everything is going to come to an end, even your own existence, if you think about it, that one of these days you're not going to, you will cease to exist this earth. And
Exactly.
100 years from now, people might not even know you.
Exactly.
So if you can just understand that and learn to live your life without regret and with a deep appreciation for each and every moment that you have on this earth, because one of these days you won't even be in existence.
Ooh.
Then you will realize to not obsess about material things within this world. And people form part of the material things within this world. You will learn that you are living this life for a greater purpose. You are living this life in order to make it better for everyone else around you. Because if you're going to live this life for yourself, then what fulfillment do you really have?
Exactly. Maybe just take 2 comments on the side. And thank you guys for always, and Jason also, my friend, thank you for that. Also on that side. Haley says, put God first. Amen to that. Be it Buddha, Allah, the universe, the Almighty, the man above. Seek Him in all your ways and doings.
100%.
And then now I love Haley's message also on the side.
That dash between life and death is not just the amount of years we spend on earth. That dash should be the depth which we have added to life, which is completely immaterial. It is how much love you have crammed into living and how much of yourself you have shared selflessly and unconditionally.
Whew.
100%.
So with that said, I think we come to the end of the show because
yes, Hailey just had that end comment there.
And-
Drop the mic comment.
and we want you to like and share this time because we have felt, like I said, we're gonna now push this to the next level. We feel it's about time. We've been taking and passively giving value and content, but now it's the time to share us with the world because we are one and we want to share you guys with the world. And the union is gonna come where we're gonna get together in front of God, but we want to share you guys to the world. But keep commenting, engaging. You're gonna be 10 of you are gonna be at our wedding. We're gonna love it. We love you guys, and we maybe have
Are
some.
you really making that promise?
I'm making a promise because I'm gonna be there. My wedding, your wedding. I'm gonna be there.
10 plus 1.
10 plus 1, yes. And at my bachelor party.
Just behave.
With
So
that,
again, thank you so much to all the viewers for your comments and your engagement. We learn as much from you as you do from us. And this is what life is about. We're learning and growing from each other, not just from the people closest into your life, but you can learn from that one person that you meet on the train just for that 10 minutes a day. So thank you so much. And please, if you like what you've watched today, if you feel that anybody within your circle or within your network can gain value from the show,
exactly.
go ahead, like and share this video, share it out to your friends and family, and like and share our page for future content. We love you and we love your support and we value it. You'd have a beautiful evening. Good night.